Let's get some insight into how damaging the allegations could be with former prosecutor and current criminal defense attorney David Bruno. David, I appreciate having you on. We got to go quickly through these things. I need quick answers if you would, because I really want to get to the point that we're trying to make, which is how damning these things are. It says, the court documents, Baldwin failed to appear for a mandatory firearms training session, as William talked about. Instead, he was on his cell phone. How damning is that?
Yeah, look, everything that we just reviewed is problematic, but it's more on a civil side, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Okay. Look, I'm a former prosecutor. It's criminal defense, proof beyond a reasonable doubt, and he is presumed innocent. While it's troubling, I don't think it rises to that level of criminal activity for any one of the ones we just covered.
So, David, let me ask you, it's William. Do you think he has more culpability as a producer or as an actor, and how would either one of those play with a jury?
Sure, look, that producer term really needs to be defined. It could be thrown out there, and I think that people that don't understand the hierarchy of movies could interpret that as it is a definitive term. And oftentimes, especially when it is a lead actor, that producer tag is used very loosely. So it really does depend on what authority he had. And it's the prosecutor's burden to prove this case, and it's got to play out in court with cross-examination and burdens.
But here's the thing, is during rehearsal, and this is one of those things that I thought was important, during rehearsal, he should not have had a gun, not have had a real gun at all out there. He's the producer. There was a real gun. It should have been a replica. Your thoughts?
Yeah, right. But Baldwin also thought that those were dummy bullets. And really, that's what it comes down to when we think about this. Now, look, this statute is a lower criminal negligence standard that we regularly see across the land. In Jersey, for example, there's no criminal negligence. It's recklessness. So while it's a little bit lower, it does still have a probability. It's still got to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Like I said, Trace, I'm troubled by it, and that equals money in a civil court. But to be held criminally responsible is a high standard.
So, David, you come down basically saying you don't think a jury, they'll see this as an accident and let him go?
Well, look, I mean, first of all, it's got to be unanimous. That's a unanimous jury. Everyone's got to come back guilty on it. And look, there's so many different ways to see this. From lawyers, I got 7 lawyers at my law firm. We disagree on this internally. But I am here. I'm a criminal defense attorney, former homicide prosecutor. It's going to be a tough case for prosecutors to prove. I'll tell you that.
Interesting. David, thank you. William, thank you. Meantime, there is also